I'm going for everything.
What does he teach you?
Jake's performance. What do you think of Jake's performance, Francis?
Huh?
What do you think of Jake's performance?
It was a good performance though.
Like a rematch?
He had
Rematch?
In MMA?
I mean, I don't have to say about it. I know it was a good fight, and Jake did the job done.
What about Nate versus Jake in MMA? You don't see
Well,
that?
then you're gonna ask them that. I don't make a decision for themselves.
What do you think? What do you think that'd be fair? Because Nate came to boxing.
No, Jake cannot handle Nate. Come on. In MMA, he cannot.
We're gonna have the problem child. Jake Paul is actually the perfect person to put between these two monsters. Jay, go ahead and call out Hayden.
Okay, first to the stage, the problema, Hayden for Hayden.
And making his mixed martial arts return, the Predator, Francis Ngannou. Battle of the Giants, ladies and gentlemen. October 19th, the Mayadeen in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Francis. It's great to have you guys here. That's all done. Woo. Jake, before we let you out of here, I want to talk about that moment. Look, you're a big guy. Between those two, you don't look quite so big. Tell me what that moment was like.
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't have done anything if they would have started fighting. I was trying to hold them back and it wasn't doing anything. They're very, very, very strong.
All right, we heard Francis talking about it, right? This is a guy who's been in the boxing world. You've been in that boxing world. Now he comes back to the sport where he made his name, where he made his fame, he made his fortunes. What do you think that transition back to a cage is going to be like for Francis?
Yeah, look, he has a lot to prove, right? The pressure's on him. You know, he came from the UFC, now in this massive, massive fight against an amazing competitor who has amazing power, amazing speed, is obviously 6'8", 85-inch reach. So I'm excited for this, and Francis has that chip on his shoulder because the whole UFC and all the MMA fans are going to be watching to see what he can do, and is he the best heavyweight still in the world, in this division?
I've got to ask you what you think Ngannou's foray into boxing would add to his MMA career. I mean, obviously, you know, he's taken some time out, he's focused specifically on that sport, but he was training for Tyson Fury, who's a massive, tall individual, so he must have worked a few things that might benefit him here.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think training for those big guys, Tyson Fury has the same reach as Ferreira, and so that boxing skill, that helps in a fight like this. And so it'll be interesting to see those extra rounds he put in the gym, and if that helps him against a big guy.
The conversation of best heavyweight on the planet has to include the winner of this fight. Do we ever see John Jones fight the winner of this fight?
Well, I think Dana's scared to make it happen. You know, I think he doesn't want to lose his horse in John Jones, and I love John Jones, but that's too much of a risk for Dana to take. Francis is one of the baddest, if not the baddest man on the planet. And so I think Dana's scared. I don't think he would want to do that, but the MMA fans want that. Doesn't everyone want that? But Dana never does anything for the fans.
So the question really is, if Renan Ferreira is able to better Ngannou on October 19th, does he become the guy to beat in the heavyweight division?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, that would be, first of all, a massive upset, but you know, obviously that could happen in combat sports. That's what makes this fight exciting is, you know, Ferreira being an insane competitor, but he would become the man. He would become the greatest heavyweight in MMA. But currently, as it stands, Francis Ngannou is the man to beat.
Not just an incredible main event, incredible co-main as well. Legendary women's